Hello YouTube, it's Duncan here from Big Toe Spud, and as promised in our first video, I'm here to talk to you about this. This is the tripod, the HG-100TBR tripod from Canon, and this is what we bought to go with our new Canon M50 camera, and you can see the first video for that if you look back in our other videos. And we're going to be unboxing this today and having a look at what it's all about, and hopefully be very pleased with our purchase. So the first thing that I noticed is it's very, very light. I was very surprised when it arrived yesterday how light it actually was just with the packaging. It looks quite clumpy on the photos that I saw online. It's very smartly packaged, as you'd expect from a Canon product. So let's open up the box. So we have our tripod, well wrapped in the bubble wrap, and we also have, of course, an instruction manual on how it all works, which in this case is quite a substantial instruction manual. First, to unwrap the packaging, and I can see here that I've got a small mount. This is kind of like the mount you get on top of the camera for the flash, and a more extended mount here as well, so you can keep your microphone well away from the camera. And any noises the camera makes won't get picked up on the microphone. So once our microphone arrives, we'll do a separate video for that, and we'll have a look at how that looks. Also in the packaging, we have the Canon remote control, and this allows you to take photos and to start and stop your video remotely using this control, and it slots nicely into the tripod, which we'll have a look at in a minute. It's very light, very neat piece of kit. Very smart, lovely to the touch, nice and smooth. And now for the bit that we've really been waiting for, the tripod itself. And here it is. You can see at the front of it, it has a mount where you can clip in your handheld remote. So that will clip in there quite nicely. And it should fold out into a tripod, like so. So you can have your camera mounted on the top here, which has just the normal screw connection that you'd expect to have on your camera, and this will sit very nicely if you wanted to put it on the table. But equally, when you fold it down and you want to be recording yourself or something else, you can hold it like this with your thumb nicely where the remote would sit. It's got a really nice rubber grip across the front here, so no risk of dropping it, which is obviously very important when you've got your expensive camera on top of it. It's got a push button on the side to allow you to adjust the top where you want it, and then locks into place, which is very good. Keeps it nice and stable, it won't be moving anywhere. Let's have a look at it with the remote control in it. So the remote control is really easy to remove. You push it up and it slides into the top, and you push it in and it just clicks into place. It's held in there nice and securely, it's not going to go anywhere. And as you can see, it's there ready with where your thumb is for all the different controls. We'll find out later on what those controls are actually for and how they all work, and also how to set it up with the camera. Let's take a look now at what it looks like with the camera mounted to it. So we've had to switch over to the mobile phone camera now, so I apologise if the quality's dropped, and I have removed the M50 camera from the tripod. So very simple to attach this onto the Canon tripod, and it's got a little wheel on the side which you can just turn to then attach it onto the camera. So that's on there nice and tightly, and you can see the camera looks great on there. But you can see straight away how great it's going to be like that, and we can, if we're going to be filming ourselves, we can flip our screen round and we can be holding it like that and looking at ourselves. So there's only one other button on this tripod which we haven't talked about, and that's this one down the bottom, and it's taken me a little while to work out what that one does, but it actually allows you to spin the camera around, which is very, very handy. Which means it's nice and easy to be doing your vlogging and talking to the camera directly, and then you can just spin it round to start filming whatever it is that you're talking about. Because when you have your screen flipped out and the camera turned on, and I'm holding it looking at myself, I can see the remote control very clearly. So this is what I'm looking at the moment. And I've got all the buttons there and controls that I need. Let's have a look now how it works with the tripod extended. So here we have the camera set up on the tripod. Really smart, very, very professional, very stable, which is absolutely fantastic. So now I'm just going to have a look at how we can get some of the accessories attached, and we can see how that looks. We've attached the strap that goes around your wrist to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Nice and straightforward. Now, as I mentioned before, we also have this clip here, and this very simply just will slot in here underneath the camera, clips into place, and it will allow you to mount an external microphone here. And like I said before, it keeps it well away from the camera, because of course they can go on the top, but when the camera is whirring and clicking, then that sound can get picked up by the microphone, so this keeps it a nice distance away. There is also this adapter, and this allows you, if you're using the camera on its side, on the mounting, it means that you can keep the microphone vertical. So this will just clip into here, onto this device, and as you can see from here, it will then basically mount it at a right angle, and that will allow you to then keep your microphone horizontal while your camera is in the vertical or the portrait position. So setting up the remote control is meant to be a quite straightforward task. You just have to go into the menu settings by pushing this button down here, and in the function settings up the top, if you click on OK, you can see here you've got wireless communication settings. If I click on that, I can go to the Bluetooth function, and you can turn on remote. Its standard set is on disabled. With the remote set, you need to pair it. So it says start pairing process on the remote, and to do that you just need to hold the W and T down together for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Pairing is now in progress, and it's paired with the device. So now we can check if this is working. So let's just try pushing the shutter button, and it takes the photo. AF is autofocus, so it's making sure that it's focused before I push it. So on the side of the remote control, you can see we have this little switch here with 3 different settings. The first setting is to just take instant photos. The second setting is to take a timed photo, so great if you've got it on the tripod. The final setting on here is to video, and to use that you flick it down to the bottom, and then when you push the button it will start recording. So I've had a bit of trouble working out why when I'm pushing on the video setting here the camera's not working, it's not recording, and after a lot of trial and error and a little bit of googling, I've realized that you have to set this up separately. So I'm just going to show you how to do that quickly now that I've worked it out. So the first thing you have to do is make sure at the top that your camera is set to the video mode on here, which you can see that my one now is. You then have to go to the menu button on this screen, and you can see here at the top we have shooting settings. You have to make sure that you're on the video settings before you go to the menu button. That's really important. In the shooting settings, click OK. And you can see here we've got different options which are all video related. And down here we've got remote control, which is currently disabled, and hence why it wasn't working. So now, if I click on that and enable it with my fat fingers, that should now work. So let's check it out. So now, with my remote control on the film setting, if I push this button, fantastic, it starts recording. And if I push it again, it stops recording. Brilliant. So I'm now using the tripod with the M50 and just taking it for a little bit of a test. And I have to say, it's very, very comfortable to hold and to use. Hopefully it's giving a nice stable image as I stand out in the garden, squinting into the beautiful sunshine today. Very, very convenient with the buttons on the remote. Very, very convenient. Not too heavy. And good to hold. And the strap on the bottom gives you that extra reassurance that you're not going to drop it. And if you do, it's not going to hit the ground and be a very expensive accident. So thanks everyone for watching. That's the end of my unboxing of the Canon tripod and also the Canon BR-E1 remote. Hope you can join us again soon. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe if you want to see more of the videos coming from either myself or Sophia in the future. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.